The 7 Eyewitness News I-Team has more fallout from the sex abuse scandal at the Buffalo Diocese. Bishop Richard Malone will soon meet with Pope Francis. I-Team Chief Investigator Charlie Specht spoke with a retired judge who says it's time for Malone to resign.
And he goes on, and it's like an actor on the stage. He's got his crook, he's got his mitre, and there he is on the stage again, thinking he can do this.
Retired State Supreme Court Justice Timothy Drury is speaking out about Buffalo Bishop Richard Malone.
We should speak out. That's our obligation.
He's speaking as an influential member of Western New York's legal community, with more than 3 decades on the bench.
We need good leadership. We need strong leadership. We're not getting it from this bishop.
Drury is also a lifelong member of the Catholic faith.
Our religion takes us through the various stages in our life, and it's an absolute strength to have it. And it's got to be sustained, at least I believe so.
That's why, after watching damaging sex abuse revelations trickle out of the Buffalo Diocese over the past year and a half, the judge, like 86% of Catholics in a recent Buffalo News poll, says it's time for Bishop Malone to move on.
And he was heard to say that if he ever gets he finds that he's not being supported by a majority of, or however he framed it, of his parishioners, he'd leave. What about 86%?
It's rare, even for retired judges, to comment publicly on civic issues. But 7 Eyewitness News airing of the Malone recordings moved Drury to pen a letter to his bishop asking him to step down for the good of the church.
He's concerned about himself. He's not leading the flock.
Drury says he suspects pride is the only thing stopping the bishop from resigning, despite repeated calls from Catholics to do so.
He's a beaten down fellow that has risen to the top as far as he can go, reasonably can go in the hierarchy, and he's not going to give it up. And that's the shame of it. The shepherd gives himself to the flock, lays down his life for the flock, not the other way around.
The Christ-like move, Drury says, would be for Malone to sacrifice himself for the healing of the diocese. He says had the bishop made the right choices, 2 of his closest secretaries wouldn't have resigned and blown the whistle in protest.
And they did, because he just wasn't being in control, and he wasn't being honest about what was going on. Yeah. And now he's still there, for God's sakes, wandering around the diocese, pretending to be a bishop in control. He's not.
Bishop Malone has repeatedly said that he will not resign as bishop. As for his trip to Rome, he'll return to the Buffalo Diocese on Saturday. For the I-Team, Charlie Specht, 7 Eyewitness News.